Hi, I'm Gene, and if you ever watch my videos, you know that I love doing steampunk projects, and you can't do steampunk without gears. And I love cutting gears and making gears, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to make gears and cut them out on either a CO2 laser or a diode laser. It doesn't matter which. And I'm going to show you how to do this using LightBurn. It's super easy, so let's get started. So I'm going to open up LightBurn on my computer, and it opens pretty quickly. And now that I'm into the LightBurn software, I'm going to go into the shapes, pick an ellipse, which is a circle, and basically hold my shift key down and draw a circle. Now I'm thinking I want to make this probably close to 8 inches high, and so I'm going to lock this down, and I'm just going to put 8 inches in, and it'll automatically make the other side. Now I'm ready to add the gear to it. Now you could draw out a gear if you want, but I'm going to go back into the shapes, and I'm going to use the pentagon and draw a shape of that. I think that'll make a great tooth, especially the bottom of it. So I need to turn this over. I think the easiest will be click on the vertical mirror tool, and it'll flip over. See how that did that very easily. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, now I think what I want to do is round some of the corners on this, so I am going to do an overlay on top of this. This is right here. You click on that, and you have the choices here. I want to use round corners on it, and I want to do outward. So click on that. And yeah, I think I like that shape. It's got a little bit of a roundness to it, so I'm going to say OK. That looks good. Now I'm going to select that original inside tool of it, and I'm going to hit delete and get rid of that. This is going to give me the nice tooth shape for the gear that I'm going to use. I'm going to duplicate this and have a few copies of it just so I can use that on some other gears a little later. And now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it over to the top of the circle. And I'm going to set it on top and make sure that it sits on there where the curves are more underneath it. And I'll select both the circle and now my pentagon that's upside down, and I'm going to click the vertical align and hit center and make sure that that's all centered. Now once I have that centered and both are selected like this, I'm going to go down here to the what is called the circular array. Now it was set at 5, and you can see 5 teeth of the teeth that are perfectly arranged on this. So now I can start increasing this, and you can see as it is arranging this like a gear, perfectly spaced out. And I'm going to work this up to, let's say, 18. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm going to come down here and hit OK. This looks good. Now I want to make sure I select both the gears and the circle again. And then I'm going to come to the weld button right here and click that and check that out. That makes a really good looking gear. That's going to work great. Now the next piece of this that I want to work on is I'm going to come up to the ellipse shape and do another circle. This is going to be the center piece of it. Now I'm going to go back over and draw another circle, and a little bit larger, and I'm going to set that one up above my center circle. Now I will go up to the vertical align at center, click on that, and I know these two are aligned to each other. Now I'm going to go back down and hit the circular array, and now, whoa, it's set at the 18 that we did before. I'm going to change that back to 5, and this makes 5 really great looking equal holes on that. I'm going to make sure I select the center hole, and I'm going to go up and group these together. And then I will also kick the outer gear. I'm going to come up over here to the center and make sure they're all centered together. And then once again, click on the group so they're all one piece. Now that makes a great looking gear. I'm real happy with how that works. And now your controls are basically the same. This is on a Mac, but you can do the same on a PC. Now hitting the text tool, I'm going to type in something. How about Gene's gear works? Okay, now I'm not real thrilled with that text, so I'm going to highlight it and now go up into the font select and just pick something that I think will work. I kind of like that Carper plate, but I think I'll go down something that is more of a old style serif. I think that'll work. All right, I'm going to drag this over so it's pretty close to the center of that. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a vertical alignment and hit center so I know it's sitting at center. Okay, now highlight that. Once you have it highlighted, you'll see a little blue dot up in this top corner. You can grab that and pull that down, and it makes a perfect circle or curve with this. And you see what's happening? I can adjust this to work like within the gear. This is really cool. So I'm going to use that. I'm happy with that, but I'm going to go down and I'm going to change that to maybe not red, blue, because that's going to be engraved rather than cut out. So I know that's a different setting on that. But I am going to grab both of these and then make sure that I have saved both. Now I'm going to bring another gear tooth over. And holding down my shift key, and that keeps your circles or your shapes always equal. I'm going to draw that out, and actually I'm going to make that 5 inches and go back to black on this. So I'm going to set this up here. I'm going to, just like before, I'm going to bring my gear tooth down and set it on the center of that. Maybe a little lower. Yeah, about like so. Make sure I select both, and then I'm going to come up to the vertical center. And now that I have them both centered, I'll go back to that circular array, and let's start playing with the numbers on this of how many teeth we're going to want on this gear. Okay, I think 11, that's probably going to work fine. Okay, so now you're going to want to make sure you highlight both of them again, and you go down to the weld, and now you have your gear. I'll put a gear hole at the center of this one also, and just select both again and then do the align both, and then make sure you hit the group, and that will make that one image, and that should work pretty well. I can move this over and kind of line it up and see what it would look like if it was actually turning. That's not bad, but maybe I'll make it, actually I think I'll make it a little bit smaller than what it was, and I think that'll fit probably better. Yeah, I like that. I think we'll be fine there. So now that you've seen how to basically build a gear, you're pretty well unlimited with doing different shapes, choosing different things. You know, you can play with this a lot. Like here you could use maybe something like a polygon, throw that shape out there, and put another shape over the top of it. I'm going to take a circle, drag that out, put it over the top, and maybe elongate that circle out more. And then using the cut tool, which is right under the weld tool, you could take this and it'll give you a kind of a menu of different things. There you go, that'll work just fine. I'll select that, and you throw your center underneath it in that same process as before. Center both of those, and using the circle array, kick that down to 5, and you're already on your way to building a cool looking hub or wheel. And now, you know, once again, playing with the outer gears, I could stretch this out to be a wider looking gear. You're really kind of unlimited now, so I'm just kind of playing to see what else I could build from that. I like that. And going through the same process that I've shown you in the others. Now you've got another one. And you're ready to go. So for me, now it's just a matter of taking all of these and aligning them into the board that I'll be cutting on. And I'm not going to go into settings for the engraving and the cut because it depends on your laser. So once you have these done, aligned, it's time to go to your laser cutter and start cutting. Now I'm going to cut this gear out on my Monport Reno 65 Pro. This is a CO2 laser cutter, but you could do the same thing with a Dio laser as well. And I'm going to set this up in here like so. Okay, so now that I think I'm fine, I'm going to set the lid down. Now, of course, in the essence of time, I'm going to go ahead and speed this footage up to just basically show the cutting process of this. This CO2 laser does a fantastic job. I'm going to bring this up, slide this up here. Look how cool that is. So you can see how cool this is and how simple it is to build really neat gears in any style or fashion you want, or get real clever with this. But this works great, especially when I'm working on a lot of these steampunk projects. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And check out some of these other videos. Consider subscribing. And in the meantime, well, I'll see you soon.